so she could potentially make babies. That is not something we necessarily recommend at all, but we would need to spay her, certainly if she were going to live with a male chinchilla.
All right, what else?
Let's take a walk and see what else we've got. Come on, sweetheart. I'll give you more time out later. We have a lot of animals for adoption here right now. Not just her. Where are we going, huh? Come on, Camilla. So the next animal I wanted to show you guys is a parrot. He's a male parrot, and we call him Renji. And this is him. Renji came to us through the ASPCA, where he was surrendered, unfortunately, because his owner was an elderly person who was admitted into a hospital themselves, and they knew would not be able to care for him after. So we don't have much more information about him. We know he's very old, potentially over 40. The person who had him for many, many years. He's an orange wing Amazon, which is a little more rare of a species. We had to do a gender test because you can't tell very well if it's a male or a female, so we took a little blood sample and found out he is a boy. You can see some age-related changes going on in his eyes. He was also on a very bad diet. His owner had given him nothing but seeds and peanuts, so it took us a couple of weeks, but we had to get him on a much better diet, and he's doing so much better now. But part of the problem with that diet is it made some permanent changes on the cornea of his eyes, so he has a couple of medical issues. He also has an old fracture in his leg, which makes him limp a little bit, but since he is our little old man, it kind of makes sense that he has a little limp. He also wasn't terribly friendly when we first got him, but he's becoming more and more loving as we get to know him, and he's gonna make an absolutely fantastic companion for someone. All he wants is to have a friend to talk to and sit with and share food with. He loves fruit and vegetables, and he's just gonna be a joy for someone to have. He will not be a good pet for someone who has another Amazon parrot. We have discovered the hard way that he doesn't like other Amazon parrots. Whenever we have one here, he literally climbs down the side of the cage and charges us and really tries to attack, which is funny. He doesn't do it to other kinds of parrots, he just does it with Amazons. It doesn't have to be an orange wing, it could be any kind of Amazon. He hears their voice and he knows, and he comes charging, which is, we actually think it's kind of cute, but yeah, he wouldn't do well with another one. So, but he's fine with you know, any other kind of parrot species. He hasn't shown any aggression at all, which is nice. And he also doesn't show aggression to his friend, Mr. Frog. Hey, Renji.
Looks like he has a little menu back there.
Oh yeah, he loves to eat fruits and... Hello, Renji. Oh yes, I'm glad that's not my finger. Thank you.
All right, so if you're just tuning in, we are at the Center for Avian and Exotic Medicine in New York City, and we're hanging out with a lot of different animals. Should we go upstairs and see what else?
Sure, we can take another walk and see some other animals. See you later, Renji.
See you later.
If you go to our website, avianandexoticvets.com, we have updates for all of our current pets that are up for adoption. And you can also find our adoption applications there. We have them for birds, small mammals, and reptiles. So this is another bird that's up for adoption. His name's Arthur. He was found outside, so we don't know much about him. He does have a leg band, and we've been trying to look on 911 Parrot Alert and people who might have been looking for him, but we haven't found anyone. So if you know anyone who lost their cute little cockatiel and can identify him by his leg band, let us know. Or send them our way. So he's a super cute bird. He's a little hand shy, meaning if I go to put my hand in there, he'll probably try to bite me, but he is getting better. He has let certain people handle him and pick him up, but really all he wants is another cockatiel. Whenever there's another cockatiel that he hears, unlike Renji, who gets angry, he actually gets really happy, and he starts whistling and playing, and he will just do very, very well in a home with another cockatiel. So that's what we're trying to find for Arthur. Right, Arthur? And he's a great whistler. What, want to whistle? Come on. He loves when I whistle to him. He's learning some things too. He's picking them up. So we have a couple other little guys for adoption too. This is one of my favorites. This is Simon. Hi, buddy. He's having a snack right now. He loves hay, which is the majority of what he eats, although he does like some lettuce greens as well. He was brought into us. He also had a broken leg, sort of like Camilla, but his leg is we were able to fix and to save. So it was his front arm. He's still a little hesitant on it. You can see he limps around a bit, but it's healing still, and he feels good enough to pop and popcorn and eat his hay, and he's just a really, really fun little pig. So he's very young. He's only probably, my guess is 4 or 5 months old. Guinea pigs do very well in groups. I don't like guinea pigs housed alone because they get lonely. They should live with other pigs. So he's a young male. He would do well probably with other young males or young females, preferably young because they're more likely to accept him right away. As they get older, they tend to be a little more set in their ways and not take their new friends in a good way. So he's looking for some friends. Hi, Simon. Oh, hi. Did I scare you? Hey, buddy.
For those of you that are asking that are just tuning in, we are at the Center for Avian and Exotic Medicine in New York City. If someone's interested in adopting, how should they reach out?
Hey, buddy. So on our website, avianandexoticvets.com, we have applications, and you can fill those out and email them to us. The email address, hey, buddy, everything is there. You could also call our office if you have specific questions. Our number is 212-501-8750. And these guys are all, wow! He's mad. He wants to go in his pig glue. We call these pigloos because they love to hide. They need their privacy.
So who else do we got?
Well, these two little guys, we're calling them Daggett and Norbert. They are zebra finches. I don't even remember how these guys came to us. Sometimes people leave things on our doorstep and we end up trying to find homes for them, but they're just beautiful little birds. I can really open this. I don't think they'll come out. You can get a better view of them. So these guys, the reason I really love them as pets, if anyone has ever owned these little birds, they're not the kind of birds like a parrot where you need to interact a lot with them. In fact, as you can see, they don't really want to interact with us. They're more for setting up a beautiful enclosure with lots of branches and things for them to do. They love to build nests. They're very much in love with each other. The best is when they cuddle in their little nest up here, the little yellow nest. They go in there and snuggle, and it's so darn cute. They just squish together, and they're just so much fun to watch. And they beep. I can usually stimulate them to beep. Okay, let me see. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep.
Right on cue.
Yep. So they love to beep and talk, and they're just a lot of fun to watch. So again, they're meant to be caged birds, but they should have a very large cage. The cage they're in right now is just something temporary for us to display them in. It's not meant to be long term. They love to take baths. They have a little bath over here. They love going in it and splashing around. They love to eat their greens. We give them some kind of greens every day, and they're just a lot of fun. And anybody who's looking for a pet that's maybe not as involved as a large parrot might really like something more along these lines.
Cool. And those that are asking, we're in New York City
Yep.
at Center for Avian and Exotic Medicine. And who's this?
This is Tulip. Tulip. There, Mama. So she was one of 9 baby bunnies that we got here many, many months ago. She was actually a baby bunny at that time. Now she's all grown up. And she's just a darling, darling bird. I'm getting my species confused. There's too many of them. She's a house rabbit, and she's the last one looking for a home. So like most of these animals, I try to encourage people to have more than one. They don't tend to be solitary. They don't like to be by themselves. So I really want her to go to a home where she can meet another bunny and hopefully become friends, or even more than one bunny. She loves her hay. As you can see, that's the majority of what she eats. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, baby. And she's really docile. She likes to be petted. She enjoys sitting on your lap and just getting your affection and getting love. She's very trainable. She knows to come running over when we bring her treats. You can see she's getting a little chubby. They do shed. She's shedding right now, so she's giving off a lot of hair. They need to be brushed. Like a cat, they groom themselves. They don't need bathing, so they lick themselves. That's why they need so much hay, because they actually don't vomit up hairballs. They poop everything out, so they need the hay to pull all that hair through. But she's a great bunny, and she's been here a long time. We're ready for her to go to a new home. And she's got the cutest little white feet. Show us your feet. Julep, look at your cute feet. Come here. Come here, buddy. Maybe I need to get her treats for her to come over here. Let me see.
If you're just tuning in, we are at the Center for Avian and Exotic Medicine in New York City. These are all rescued.
Oh, there we go. Now I'm talking her language. Oh, yes.
And they're for adoption.
Clearly, we are training her, probably badly. Whoa! To come running over when we have treats for her. So she snatched it up and is enjoying it over there where we can't get it from her, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you're interested in adopting, we posted the link in the top comment. That's avianandexoticvets.com. So check that out if you're interested.